I was 17 when I asked Dana to prom. She said yes because nobody else had asked her, and I said yes to myself because nobody else had ever looked at me the way she did a euro. Like I was worth something. That was enough for a teenager who grew up in a house where worth was never discussed. We dated through senior year. Her parents liked me. My mother adored her. Everyone kept saying how perfect we were, and I kept nodding, waiting for the feeling to catch up to the words. It never did. I liked Dana. I genuinely liked her. She was funny and patient, and she remembered every small thing I ever mentioned. But I would lie next to her at night and feel nothing extraordinary. Just comfort. Just familiar. When I left for college 2 states away, I thought the distance would clarify things. Instead, I met a guy named Ruben in my second week. We stayed up until 4 in the morning 3 nights in a row talking about music and our fathers, and things I had never said out loud to anyone. I called Dana on a Thursday and told her I missed her. I meant it the way you miss a hometown, not the way you miss a person you can't breathe without. I came home for Christmas, and she met me at the door and cried, and I held her, and her mother made pot roast, and her father shook my hand and said, "You're going to make a good husband someday." I smiled. I did not correct him. By graduation, the expectation had become its own gravity. Dana had stayed local, had built a life around the assumption of us. I had come home every summer. I had met her extended family. I had let 4 years pass without ever saying the true thing out loud. So when I got down on one knee in her parents' backyard with a ring my mother helped me pick out, I told myself I was doing something good. Stable. Real. The wedding was in October. She looked beautiful. I was proud of her, the way you're proud of a friend who wins something they deserved. I stood at that altar and made every promise with full intention of keeping it. And I did keep them. Every single one. We had 8 years. We built a house. We had a daughter named Claire. I coached her soccer team. Dana and I went on vacations and argued about money and made up and watched television on the couch and lived a life that looked, from the outside, exactly like what it was supposed to look like. But I never stopped knowing. It was not a dramatic knowing. It was quiet, like a low hum you can only hear when everything else goes silent. I loved Dana as a person. I would have walked through fire for Claire. But the specific kind of love that makes you reach for someone in the dark a euro. That urgency, that particular hunger a euro. I had never felt it for my wife. I told her on a Sunday afternoon in March, 11 years after the wedding. Claire was at her grandmother's. Dana was reading on the porch. I sat down and I said, "I need to tell you something I should have told you a long time ago." She listened. She did not interrupt. When I finished, she set her book down and looked at the yard for a long time. "I know," she said. Those 2 words took the floor out from under me. She said she had known for years. Not the specific shape of it, but enough. She said she had stayed because of Claire, and because the life was good, and because she had decided that love meant different things to different people, and maybe what we had was its own valid version. We cried. We talked for 6 hours. We agreed that the marriage was over, and that we would do it without destroying each other. The divorce was final 14 months later. Dana remarried 2 years after that a euro. A man named Patrick, who looks at her the way I never could. I attended their engagement party because she invited me and because Claire asked me to. I watched Patrick put his hand on the small of Dana's back, and I felt something finally settle in my chest. I had never given her that. Now someone else was. I drove home alone at night, and the low hum was gone.